Ring light. I just woke up, okay? But I need to get on these Christmas paintings. It is the 12th because the basement yard tickets come out tomorrow. Um, I need to start these Christmas paintings, and I'm so worried about them. Look, I have so many to do, and a lot of them are in charcoal because a lot of people like neutrals, but I hate charcoal. But I'm doing it for you! So, I need to get started on these. And look how big this is. This is... Really? I have to do... I didn't mean to do that. I just have 0 grip strength. Let's get started. I'm a little bit riled up because I don't like charcoal, and I know that I'm gonna have to do like 5 charcoal paintings. I decided to change papers. This is 11 by 14. No one even has this big of a frame. We're gonna try and find an 8 by 10, or we're gonna cut this down to an 8 by 10. My hair looks so raggedy right now. Oh my god. I'm so stressed. Update. I found this sketchbook, which I've never used before, so I don't even know why I bought it. It has toned tan paper, and it's a drawing sketchbook. So this would be perfect for charcoal. Oh my gosh, my hair is so messed up right now. I am so tired. Toned tan paper. So that's what we're gonna do, and then I'm gonna cut off these little edges to make it look nicer. So let's get started. Actual this time. Hello, it is voiceover me now, and I know that was such a long intro, which, if you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, 2 minutes is not that long. But in the YouTube realm and short videos are taking over, that's a really long time for an intro. But I hope my weird mood when I was filming that was entertainment enough to get you through these 2 minutes. I hope you're still here, and for those of you that did watch through that entire intro, thank you. Here I am, mapping out kind of where I want everything. I'm looking at a still life. I'm trying to map everything out because that's the first step, is just shapes. Just flat, basic shapes. Circle, squares, rectangles, whatever. So, went in with the coffee mug, basically a rectangle with a circle on top, or an oval on top. I did a circle. The bottle is just a rectangle with a curved top. That's how you gotta think of these things. I tried to see the shapes in them, which makes it a million times easier to form, is if you just look at the shapes in it. I know this is like such a basic art school concept, but for so long it did not make sense to me when people were like, well, it's just a circle and a square and this, and then you just connect the lines. And for the longest time, I was like, what the heck are you talking about? Nothing you're saying to me makes sense. But now, as an adult that's out of college, I get it. I get it now, which I know that took a really long time to understand and kind of like pin down, but I get it now, and I'm so proud of myself. And it literally is just shapes. I overcomplicated it for so long. It's just shapes. Anyway, that voiceover was recorded a few days ago, and I went on a whole tangent about shapes, so, apologies. I don't know why I went on and on about it, but anyway, this still life is for my father-in-law. I already gave it to him because this was his Christmas present. I recorded this a long, long time ago, but I ended up being so proud of this. I think this is the first still life I did out of many that I made for people, and I started off with this kind of more simple setup with the bottle, cup, and orange. But I really like how it turned out because I remember in college I specifically could not, for the life of me, successfully do like drapery or anything like that. And I feel like in the background with the draping, I did so good with the highlights and shadows. I don't know why, but in college I just could not grasp the highlights and shadows, and my style was also very different. So in college, I had a very, like, I would keep it like this and use a blending stump. So it would be very like not messy because it was purposely intended to be that way, but it wasn't like soft shadows. It was you could see every single line. I did not use fine charcoal, mostly because of sensory issues. But instead of using like the fine charcoal, I would use like a hard charcoal, so you could see every line I made filling everything in. In this piece, I used fine charcoal for the curtains in the back and just the kneaded eraser, and it turned it out. It made it turn out like it was so successful. Oh my gosh, because it made those soft, swooping shadows and highlights that drapery would have rather than harsh lines that just are not in material. So I feel like this was so successful, and in the end, I'm so proud of this bottle that I'm working on. At first, I was a little bit nervous. I was having trouble keeping the shape, so I was just trying to do like the little circles and make sure that it kind of looked cylindrical. Um, but I think that those graphing lines that still kind of poke through at the end actually really help the depth of the piece, and specifically the depth of that bottle. I feel like those little circular drafting lines really, really help to show that it's not flat. So that ended up being like a blessing in disguise that I was doing that. And I'm just so beyond happy with how this turned out. And funny thing, I haven't been in college since the beginning of 2021, so like January to March. And all of these supplies are from college. I have not touched them since college, and I didn't even touch them since my first year in college, which was 2019. And I kept them. Thank gosh I did. Thank goodness I did. I don't know why I said thank gosh. But they came in so much handy. They still work perfect. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break because this is where I'm at. It's looking good. But I know from experience that you should step away midway, and my daughter gets out of school in 2 hours, and I need to wrap her Christmas presents. So, we're just gonna take a wrapping break, and then I think I'll continue this after I get her from school, depending on how long it takes to wrap. But I'm liking it so far. I think I need to get a little bit lighter in the bottle because it's like supposed to be clear, not black. So yeah, I think the bottle needs to be lighter, but I'm liking it. I'm liking the direction, and I'm hating the charcoal in my hands because sensory issues. The supplies. These are all a bunch of little Christmas presents, and I got him potpourri for his stocking. This is my little elf. Thank you, boo-boo. I realized I showed my address earlier, but yeah. Ella! Thank you for being my little elf. Yeah, so from that clip that you can see that this was filmed way before Christmas because I love wrapping presents. So I typically wrap presents about a month before Christmas actually starts because I just love the holidays that much, and I love seeing presents under the tree. It just makes it so much more like festive and fun, especially when you have like very traditionally themed Christmas wrapping paper. I just find it so fun. It reminds me of my childhood, so I love wrapping presents and sticking them under the tree. So anyway, as you can see from that first clip, my camera just drifted to the side, and I didn't realize nor fix it. So they're a little bit off frame for a little bit, but in about literally 30 seconds, it'll be fixed, I promise. But yeah, so a lot of this piece was literally just going back and forth with uh, mark making, blending, and then erasing, and then it would all come together. But here's my progress. Stop touching. I hate to stop touching. Yeah, I was very in the zone, and then I noticed I looked like a cat. So I was very much in the zone. I kept touching my face because I am a perpetual not only a skin picker, but I just constantly have my hands on my face, which I know is supposed to be like impolite or something. I can't help it. My hands are always on my face. I'm always touching like my cheek or hair. I think it's an anxiety thing. I don't really know, but I cannot stop touching my face through the day. So by the end of this, I look nuts. I look like Captain Jack Sparrow facial hair and nuts towards the end. But this was kind of like the final little thing going on. I was adding those final details. This is all like from one session, so I did this piece in the matter of a couple of days. But since I got the charcoal on my face towards and then finishing it, that was the last working session that I did, if that makes sense. Which it probably doesn't. It was a little bit scattered of an explanation. Um, but yeah, so I actually really, really liked doing this piece. Besides like the little bit of sensory issues, I was very proud of my shading and blending. I was actually shocked because, like I said, my style was so different in college. It was a lot less smooth and refined. It was much more scratchy, I guess would be the best way to say it. I'm gonna just say scratchy. Um, and I didn't use that little makeup brush in college, but I use it now, and that is like the best thing I could have ever done is using the makeup brush. It makes such a beautiful blend. I am so happy that I discovered using that. I only started using it because of sensory issues, and I hate the way blending steps feel. Like I'm literally cringing right now. Um, but it was really good. So yeah, and then I'm real time, old time me is gonna talk to you now. So bye bye from voiceover me. Okay, it's done. I look like a cat. I'm going to need another shower because I'm an anxious face toucher and I can't. Anyway, I don't want to touch it too much because I have the tree. That looks so good. Come on. I have a beard. I have a charcoal beard right now. That looks so good. I don't think you can tell that this is a fruit. But besides that, that looks so good. It just looks like a ball. But it still looks good. Maybe I can try and make it look wait a second. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't give fruit to me. But that looks like it's see-through glass. Come on now. I can't take myself seriously. I do kind of look like a lion cat. Anyway, that's good. Tell me that's not good. That's freaking good. I'm proud of myself. I need to spray this before it gets messed up. Okay. Adios. I am back with a cleaned and scrubbed face. I'm so proud of it. I just bit my lip really bad. Why is this happening to me? Anyway, let's look at these details close up.